Good afternoon, YouTube man all the way, George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. As you know, it's a few weeks away for the start of the 2021 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, Japan. And wasn't that long ago we had the Olympic trials for track and field and the other Olympic events. And one of the events is, I'm a big fan of track and field. I love track and field. It's just a natural, pure human sport. And especially I love when I watch my sisters, compete, because it's a beautiful thing to see strong, healthy black women, running. It's just, the bodies, excuse me, I'm sorry, I got to get off my previous stage for a minute. But anyway, yesterday I saw this and heard this on the news about Sha'Carri Richardson, how she was busted for ingesting a banned substance. Anyway, if you know about young Miss Richardson, she is a track star, and it wasn't that long ago she set the record in the 100-meter dash. And that is one of the most prestigious events. And she's a sprinter, and and she set a record, and she did it in Oregon with with a family there. Her grandmother, her father, and some of her other family members, and she just made history. Anyway, she is now was going to be a representative for the United States at the 2021 Tokyo Games. But because of the fact that even though in the state of Oregon it's illegal to smoke weed, but as you know, the IOC is a banned substance. And I know she's brokenhearted about it. And our family was so proud of her and accomplishments. But the thing is, you got to remember, she's 21 years old. And at 21, you're going to do a lot of dumb things that you don't think about it. And here's the thing was, she was told about her mother who died. Now, her mother and her were never really that close. Her mother abandoned her family when she was young, and she was, like I said, she was raised by her father and her grandmother. And her grandmother has been the mother figure that she ever known. And, she has been a talent for a long time. She competed in track at the University of Louisiana, Louisiana State University. And she's an amazing athlete. And she has a future. But the thing is that with the Olympic with the IOC, they have rules and guidelines, and those rules and guidelines has to be followed to the letter. It's one thing that we all know that the marijuana is practically almost legal in America, but still, there's still countries where it's not legal, and the IOC represents many countries where in which it's not legal. And even though weed is not considered a performance enhancer, in a way, it's still a banned substance. And there wasn't that long ago, we had a couple other Olympians, Tommy Moe and Michael Phelps, who were under also a suspicious use of weed. But here's the thing was, and this is the excuse that they're always going to use. They use, I remember Tommy Moe saying he was at a party and he had a contact high. And Michael Phelps said because of stress, he pulled out his medical card. But the thing with these two, they're in not as dominated sports style, dominated by people of color. Tommy Moe was a Winter Olympic skier, and there's not that many blacks in skiing. And Michael Phelps is one of the top swimmers, and it's only a few people of color who are swimmers. It's not as dominant yet compared to track and field. So what happens is, they get a little pass, which is a double standard, but still, they can make a deal. But then is that Sha'Carri she has a future. It's a possibility this young lady could break records, especially of one person, like, Florence Griffin Jordan, FloJo. She could possibly surpass FloJo's record in this coming Olympics. But now, suspicions for 30 days. And she's going to miss out on a lot of events, Now, there's a good chance that she's able to make some events. But, she's going to miss out this one. This is an opportunity, especially when she's only 21. But there's a good chance that she can probably maybe make the next year's next 20, I think 2025 Olympics. But by then, there's a lot can happen between those next 4 years. But this was a great opportunity for her. Right now, she needs to really rethink what she's going to do. Now, like I said again, the suspension is only for 30 days. But maybe if she has advocate, whatever, or somebody, a lawyer, somebody can speak, maybe she can drop it down to maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and has enough time for her maybe to register and get into some of the events that she was supposed to be competing for. But like I said, more likely, what I hear from one person, she can probably make it for the I think the 4x4 relay. And that's always been, Americans has always dominated 4x4. But like I said, here's the thing is, and people are very, there's a lot of people who are very behind her, who are very, who supporting her. But at the same time, there's us who really see that you should be careful. You got to be smart. Understand this. You are a black woman in the white man's world. And you got to follow the rules to the letter. You have to be better than them. And the thing is, you're young. That's not an excuse. But that's the thing is that youth sometimes don't think. They do. Like anything. When you're young, you don't think about something, you react. And I understand the situation with your mother, because I lost my mother. And, I was sad, I was brokenhearted. But you know what? I'm 46 years old. And, when she died, I was 45. And, you know what? I didn't, go take some drug or something like that because I was sad or brokenhearted or stressed. But I'm grown. I know better. That's the truth of it. But like I said, it is unfair. What is her situation? But she has to know how the system works. The system is stacked against you. Sha'Carri. Excuse me, I'm sorry to say her name wrong. It's stacked against you. Being first that you're a woman, you're black, and you're American. That's the fact of it. And you have to understand that's how it works. You have to be smarter. Don't react. Think. Think before you do something. And I know I'm sorry about the loss of your mother. But like I said, I think she will, if she was any kind of mother, she'll want you to be better. Be better than her. And be better than yourself. Now, some people may not like this, what I'm saying. But hey, I'm not doing this for you. It's not meant to be liked. This is just being truth. And this is, I got to say, I can either tell you a pretty lie or the ugly truth. And the truth sometimes hurt. And if you feel like it hurts you, then that's your problem, not mine. So I wish the best of luck for young Miss Richardson. I'm hoping that she can able to make at least 1 or 2 events for before after her suspension ends, or maybe she can negotiate down to maybe enough time she can be able to make some events, and maybe she can make some records. But the thing is this is going to stand more than likely, But let's just hope. And maybe if she can maybe make it for the next Olympics, and maybe she can probably even make those records. Like I said, 4 years, you never know. 4 years, maybe at 21. Like I said, I remember at 21, time seemed like it took forever. But you know what? It might fly by before you know it. You see me all over George's page. Don't like, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I'm out.